Hop in and buckle up, everybody. It's time for another Drive Time review. Today, I'm going to be smoking a new cigar from Drew Estate. I will be smoking the Undercrown El Tigre. It's a 6x50 Toro box pressed, and apparently it features a Connecticut Corojo H99 hybrid binder and an Ecuadorian Sumatra seed wrapper with Dominican HVA and C98 fillers. I don't know. I got this stuff offline. Anyway, this was the big new cigar from Drew Estate. Aside from they had like a version of the one of the what do they call it, the Deadwood girls. They had a new Deadwood cigar at PCA, and I'm blanking on that right now. But this was the other big new one from PCA, and they were giving it away at their booth, and they had a nice little fancy box. I will give them credit. The packaging on this was really nice. This box was, I wish, I mean, granted, I understand why companies don't do it because it's an extra expense, but like, I'll tell you what, this was nice for traveling because I made sure that the box helped secure and save the cigar. So that was nice. Anyway, all right. Well, we are going to crack the window. Got to get the air flowing in here. And take off the footband because I don't want that. I don't know what that El Tigre footband tastes like, but I don't really want to find out. And then from there, we're going to cut and light the cigar and give this guy a smoke. Yet another box press. This has been, I've had a lot of box press this year. I don't know what I think about that. Kind of goes against everything that I thought was true about me. I wasn't a box press guy, and now this year, so many box press cigars. I don't know if it's just because more companies are doing it, or if I just find myself going toward. I don't think I'm going towards them, so I don't know what's happening. But anyway, all right. Real quick, gave it a cut, gave it a tap. Smoke kiss. Very barnyardy on the cold draw. Definitely get that that barnyardiness on the cold draw there. Not poop. Everybody thinks, oh, you're talking manure. No, I'm not talking manure. It's barnyard. It's the totality of the barn or of the farm. It's not just manure. Anyway, all right, we're gonna fire this guy up, and then we got to get on the road. We're running behind this morning. I can't wait for the weather to get like consistently nice to where I can light a cigar and it'll actually properly light. Good smoke production right off the bat. Man, just got that one little spot. There we go. Got to get the wrapper, in line with itself. Nothing particularly super strong right off the bat. A little bit of very light, subtle pepper to the retrohale. Like it's there. And you can tell before the end of this cigar, we're going to be encountering it. But right off the foot, it's not strong at all. It's barely there, just hanging in the back. But so far, very pleasant. So we will keep on smoking this, and I'll come back to you guys when it's time to ash. All right, guys, so I'm back, and I wanted to show you the ash on the El Tigre, the Undercrown El Tigre. It's holding up well. But I had that like instinctual kind of desire to ash it. So I was like, you know what? It's time to show the ash. Very speckled, very kind of gray ash. I mean, it's got some dark gray and light, and everything in there. So it's a very speckled ash to it. Kind of fraying a little bit at the end, but it's not the end of the world. But I think this is an ash that if I were like in my garage smoking it, this could hold up quite well. But I'm in the car and I don't like to make a mess. So we're going to go ahead and ash that now so that it takes care of that. And I will say, after ashing, we don't have that like a significant point to the filler tobacco. So smoking pace is good, and the burn rate is good on it as well. It's not like the outer wrapper is burning faster than the filler or anything like that. So that's nice. I will say draw on it's been really good. Smoke production on it's been really good. So early construction notes have been very, very pleasant. I'm digging it. I wish it were around, but I always wish a box press were around. But that's a personal thing. Well, I will come back to you guys when I'm finished with the first third and heading into the second third. All right, guys. So I am at the point now where I'm transitioning from the first third to the second third. Got a little bit of a funky burn line going. I'm blaming a lot of that on the wind from the window. So I never try, unless the burn line is completely egregious, I try not to take that into account with the drive time reviews. Otherwise, construction is still amazing on this El Tigre from Drew Estate, the Undercrown El Tigre. And the ash holds on really, really well. The draw on it's been great. Smoke production's been nice. Flavor-wise, the pepper that I talked about from the retrohale at the beginning, it's in the smoking experience. My tongue is all tingly. Like it's not a super strong oppressive pepper, but it's like a white pepper that just kind of settles on the palate and just sits there and dances. And an earthiness. There's an earthy kind of component to this cigar as well. We're gonna give this a into the first third retrohale here. Yeah, that pepper has an earthiness now, but the pepper has increased from the foot, so it is getting to be a little spicier on the retrohale. But yeah, you can see that the burn is just a little lopsided there. But that's okay. Again, we're in the car. The wind is happening. It's fine. It's fine. So I will be back with you when I get to the halfway point to kind of give that a little bit of a talk. And we will see where we go. All right, everybody. I'm at the halfway point of the Undercrown El Tigre. And still smoking wonderfully. I have no complaints whatsoever about the construction and smokability of this cigar. Flavor-wise, the pepper seems to be ever so slightly ramping up again as I get to the halfway point of the cigar. So I do think the back third of this is going to be kind of a little bit of a stronger uptick. But we'll see. In terms of the flavor itself, again, pepper and earthiness. It's not, I don't want to, I'm going to say this, and some people might perceive it as negative, but that's not how I intend it. It's not the most complex blend. The pepper picks up throughout the cigar subtly. But otherwise, there's not like we're talking like a ton going on. And that's not necessarily the worst thing. Sometimes you just want that really good, consistent, solid smoke that when you pick it up and smoke it, you know what you're going to get. And this is definitely one of those, I think. I'm not, like I said, I'm not hating on it. I'm enjoying my experience with it so far. The only thing I wish is that it were around, but I'm going to keep saying that because I'm always going to keep saying that because, by God, I just like the round cigars. But all in all, yeah, it's not a bad smoke. It's smoking wonderfully, and I'm digging it. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what the final third brings me. All right, everybody, I am I'm like right at the line of the final third. Creeping into the final third here. The pepper on the smoking experience definitely is there. It's definitely present on the palate, slightly back of the throat. And oh god damn it. Of course I'm getting a call. Definitely present. Got the tingles. The earthiness is there, but the pepper is now the predominant uh, flavor note coming through on the cigar. Burn wise, it's been really good. The kind of slight angle to the burn is corrected for the most part. I did have one spot I'm going to show you where there's a little bit of a filler void, and it was causing like a little bit of a run in the wrapper, but that evened out as well. And then when I ashed to the point that I could see it, it's very evident that there was like a little bit of a hollow spot, but it really didn't impact the smoking. Like the draw was never impacted, and it just caused that wrapper to kind of run in on the cigar a little bit. But it evened out, and now it's fine. Let's do a final third retro hail. Yes, the pepper is definitely present. There's there's another component that that's really hard to pick out. I don't, man, it's there, and it's kind of difficult to like pinpoint. It's very subtle. The pepper is the predominant note on the retro hail, but there's something that's there that I'm trying. My brain is saying root beer, but I know it's not. I might be crazy. But there is this other note on the Undercrown El Tigre on the retro hail there that I in the final third that I'm struggling to identify. All in all, I have really dug this cigar. Let's go ahead and give it some scores. So strength wise, this is a solid medium plus. I'm gonna put this in the category of I'm gonna say this is in the 6 to 7 range. So we'll split the difference, say 6.5. We'll go 6.5 on the strength. Score. Like I said, flavor note wise, it ramped up. It changed. It evolved over the course of the cigar. But it didn't necessarily change. It was the same kind of flavor notes. They just kind of, picked up, and maybe some went to the back instead of being more at the forefront. Construction wise, I have nothing negative to say about it at all. Even with that little filler void, that corrected and was no big deal, and it didn't impact the draw. Sometimes you get those filler voids and it just destroys the draw for a little while. This one, the draw has been great. Smoke production's been great. Burn burn line, I'm not, again, with the window, I'm not counting that against it. Realistically, I have nothing bad to say about the construction of the cigar. I'm going to give the Undercrown El Tigre a 90. I think it's a solid 90. It's a really good cigar, well made, and a solid smoke. I don't know what it. Again, I really should look this up. I don't know what it's retailing for, but it's a nice addition to the Undercrown portfolio from Drew Estate. So anyway, guys, this has been the Drive Time Review. I do these every Wednesday. They come out on YouTube, Rumble, and TikTok at 7 a.m. on Wednesdays. And then don't forget, check out the main podcast, the Cigar Pulpit, every Tuesday and Friday, wherever you get your podcasts. Otherwise, stay safe and stay smoky.